In this video, we're going to have a look at the M5Stack Cardputer version 1.1 and just see how it compares to the original Cardputer. So looking on the M5Stack website and on the product description, they've got a comparison between the original to the version 1.1. The main changes are that the original has the stamp S3, the version 1.1 has the stamp S3A. So essentially that's all I can see that it has changed. It did say that the key sizes were meant to be upgraded in the new version 1.1 to a larger size, but looking at them, they look exactly the same. I've also opened up the Cardputer just to see if inside it, if the switches were different or if the actual plastic backing was different, but they're exactly the same. So yeah, the only difference between these two is this one, the version 1.1 has a S3A. So the difference is meant to be, it's got a better antenna. And I think they've also changed the RGB light wiring. So now it's connected to the screen backlight for this one, whereas the original is always powered. So depending on the firmware, some of the firmware won't work with the newer version 1.1 for the RGB light only. Everything else should work. So yeah, it's just something to keep in mind. So the only comparison I can really do is I was thinking I'll just do like a Wi-Fi antenna, sort of Wi-Fi comparison. So on both of them, I've flashed, open Wi-Fi scanner. So I'll just open on one. And you can see the RGB light there. And on this one here, you can see on the version 1.1, the RGB light's not working. So that's a firmware based thing, so that can be resolved. But yeah, so all the firmware would have to be updated to implement the RGB to work. For comparison, I've also got my modified Cardputer. So this is just the normal standard Cardputer, except it's got an external antenna connected. So I've wired it from here all the way to the back here. So I'm going to do a comparison between the three and just sort of show which one's picking up the more, I guess, Wi-Fi signals. It's not very scientific, but it's sort of better than nothing. So what I'll do is I'll try to restart them all at the same time. And I'll zoom in. And the version 1.1 is also meant to be more power efficient. So I don't know how true that is, so I haven't tested it, but it's meant to be a lower power consumption. I assume that's based off the stamp S3A as well. So I don't know if you can actually see the screens on them. So at the moment, sort of update this, put this antenna up. This has got a total of 10 plus 2, so I've got 12. The original has 8 plus 1. And the version 1.1 has 8 plus 2. So it's constantly scanning. But yeah, when I've sort of done a comparison, the one that I've modified with the external antenna picks up a little bit more. Second one would be the new version 1.1, and then the original would be a little bit less as well. So just from like my basic testing of this, it's showing that the antenna has improved in the version 1.1. The original is still a little bit worse. And then with my antenna mod, the external antenna, that's picking up the most. So yeah, that's just a quick comparison. So if you've got the old one, they're really good still. So I wouldn't necessarily upgrade to the version 1.1 just because it picks up a little bit better antenna signal. The key key field exactly the same. I do know that M5Stack we're working on, I think it's a Cardputer Advanced. So that's something to look out for. So it'll have like a GPIO header pin there, and I think it's got like a output jack as well. So similar to this, except it's going to have 2 rows of GPIOs, and you can put their hats onto it. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.